Hey y'all, thanks again for watching my channel. I am Carlette and today's video is going to be me attempting to make some plant-based or vegan mac and cheese. I just got this recipe off of Facebook on how to make some vegan cheese sauce. And we had nachos. It really turned out great, but I had leftover cheese. So I wanted to use that leftover cheese sauce or vegan cheese sauce and try to make some macaroni and cheese. So stay tuned. We finna go ahead and hop in and I'm gonna show you the things that I did on making that cheese sauce since I already have it. And then I'll add in the description box the Facebook group that I joined and how I found that recipe. All right, so stay tuned. We're about to get going. Okay, so my water is boiling already for the macaroni. I'm gonna let this boil for about 8 to 9 minutes because I don't want it to be too soft. These are just some regular elbow pasta. These are large elbow pastas. It's not made with eggs. I would have liked to use the more plant-based macaroni, but I don't like throwing away stuff that I already have. So this has been in my cabinet and we're just going to use that. Okay. And I'm going to start my timer to 8 minutes. Okay. And that's just going to do what it do. So as far as my cheese sauce, this is the sauce that I already had left over from last night. I didn't realize how much it would make. The recipe that the guy posted in that Facebook group called for, I believe he used three Yukon potatoes, but Walmart didn't have any Yukon potatoes, but these did just fine. These are yellow Idaho potatoes, but I used 10 of those. So I cut these up into small pieces. I did skin them. I took the skin off and everything. Hold on, let me turn this down a little bit. And if you hear a little talking, my baby is behind the camera and husband is taking control over lighting and all that right now for me. So just a disclaimer, and I don't care, it's our life. So the recipe was the potatoes, but I used 10 for that big old bowl of it. And we were able to, each of us had 2 bowls of nachos last night. So it was a half of a yellow onion, a whole red bell pepper. It called for a half of a carrot, but I have organic carrots, and those are usually smaller than the non-organic, so I just cut the ends off, skinned it, and I just used the whole carrot about this size. Once I put it all in the pot, and I used the same pot. I used some Old Bay seasoning. His recipe called for sea salt, but I used Himalayan pink salt, which I feel like I had to use a lot more salt than regular salt because Himalayan pink salt, I feel like you have to use a lot more to get that salty flavor. The recipe also called for bay leaves. I couldn't find bay leaves, but this time did well. I looked up an alternative, and I used 1/4 teaspoon of this for every 1 bay leaf that was required. This wasn't a part of the recipe that was posted, but I added this to it to kind of give it a smoky flavor. I believe the guy that posted it, his recipe was supposed to be a little bit more spicy, but we don't like spicy stuff, so I added this instead of, it was something else he had added, crushed red pepper. So but I used this smoked paprika, and I used the turmeric. I put however much I wanted to, and that's pretty much what he said, just use however much you want. But I use a lot of this. Turmeric is a household staple in my house. And my husband insisted on black pepper. I don't really care for black pepper, but we keep it. I use black pepper in my turmeric teas too. So once all of that boiled together for 20 minutes, I put it in my blender and added And I didn't drain the fluid, the water that was in the pot with it. I put it all together in my blender, and this just a basic blender. Babe, is this in frame? Can they see my blender? Okay. So it's a basic blender. This ain't nothing fancy. I put it all in there. I blended it on the puree, and then like to loosen it up a little bit, I would use just the regular milkshake blend, and then I did have to keep stirring it a little bit to get that texture that I wanted. But before I blended it, I added a half a cup of grapeseed oil and as much nutritional yeast as you wanted. That's also what he said when he posted the recipe. I'm gonna have to find this guy's name. I want to say his name is either Leroy or Leon, but he's a group member. I'll add that too, just to give him credit, because I don't want to take credit for anybody's recipes. I was just excited that I found something that kind of helps me, because I'm a recovering food addict. And I'm also trying to do better with, I don't want to be that vegan or plant-based person that just eliminates meat, but I want to be healthy as well. And these are all healthy things, except for a lot of salt. But yeah, so, and I think I already showed you, again, that's what had happened. Once I blended it all together, this is what came out of my blender. So I'm just gonna pause for a minute. These macaronis have 4 more minutes on there. Once they finish, then we'll turn the camera back on and we'll finish. Okay, so my pasta is done boiling. I actually think I still boiled it a little bit too long because it's too sticky. But I drained it already, because y'all should already know how to do that. I just poured it into this thing and let it drain. So I'm gonna put it here. Can they see me? Mm-hmm. This pan might be a little too big, but I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, I think this is too big. It's way too big. Okay, we're not gonna stop, because when you're in the kitchen, stuff like this happens. So, what am I thinking I'm gonna do? Oh, okay. I have let me rinse this out. Where are those paper towels at? This is my first demonstration of anything that I'm cooking, step by step, but I want to be as real as possible and not play like I'm doing something, because this is real. Like, we're really gonna try and see how this is gonna turn out. I've never made vegan mac and cheese. Well, I have tried it, but should I put it here? Is this better? Okay. Thank you to my cameraman husband. And even though it's sticky, it doesn't concern me, because I'm just gonna put once I add this the cheese on here, it'll be fine. And I might add a little vegan butter to this now that I think about it. Okay. That might actually be a better little deal, but we're gonna see. So I'm just gonna see this. I'm not following a recipe. I'm just going straight off of the dome. But when my mama makes regular mac and cheese, I do notice that she puts butter in it. So we're gonna try this Earth Balance, soy-free, non-GMO, vegan, plant-based butter. Y'all, my baby doing so good. She being quiet. She really likes being on camera, but she trying real hard to sit quietly with daddy. And again, this is just straight off the dome. I just did pretty much 2 scoops of this butter. This is like a tablespoon, but not a measuring tablespoon. It's just a kitchen spoon. And it's getting stuck. I've already preheated my oven. I had to call my mama because I didn't know how to heat it up or whatever. So I preheated my oven to 350. And once we put this in, we're gonna set this for 350 for 15 minutes. Oh, that butter did good. It softened up. It's still there, but I'm not really gonna try to make it, it'll melt itself out. So here's to the good stuff. This is again my leftover cheese, or vegan cheese from last night. It looks like we still got enough to make some nachos. Well, they can make some nachos. I'm trying to limit myself, y'all. I got at least 15 more pounds. Ooh, can they see, babe? Can you see that? It even sounds like Velveeta. Oh my goodness. I'm such a foodie. Oh, this is good. It looked good. I'm hoping it come out good. Again, I have not done this before. Y'all just following me as I do this. I'm used to having like the regular mac and cheese. Some of my aunties do it from scratch, but the way I used to like it before becoming plant-based is we would do Velveeta, some milk, and call it a day. And some other stuff. I'm not really sure. I've never been the mac and cheese maker. I was just a mac and cheese taster. Okay. So that's... Ooh. Okay. So I'm about to try something else. So we found these cheese shreds, just like cheddar shreds. I don't remember where we got these from. Whole Foods, maybe? Okay, so we got it from the grocery store. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we got this from Whole Foods because Walmart wouldn't dare have this. And the other store that we go to weekly, they don't have stuff like this either. We go to a farmer's market and they don't typically have. So I'm just gonna try it and see what'll happen within this first 15 minutes. I'm not gonna put a lot. I just want to see what's gonna happen with it. And I didn't season it because the cheese has already been seasoned since I when I made it last night. And I don't like heavy seasoning. Okay. I'm just gonna cover it up. My oven is already hot. Whew. She's mocking me. Okay, so then I'm gonna do 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, I am going to stir it up some and then put it back in the oven for another 15 minutes, but this time instead of 350 I'm going to turn it down to 325, and I might take the foil paper off because I like a little crunch at the top of mine. Alright, so we'll be right back in about 15 minutes. All right, so my first 15-minute timer has gone off. We're gonna pull it out. I have not looked at it yet, so let's see. And I don't know if this countertop is good for hot stuff, so I'm gonna put a towel down real quick. Just to be safe, because this is a rental and I want all of my deposit back. Clean up my mess in a second. Okay. So let's see how it looks so far. Alright. Hey, can you zoom in? Or have you already zoomed in? Can you see from the top? Okay, hold on. What about now? So the vegan shreds did not really melt that much. I pretty much figured that would happen, but what I'm gonna do is just stir it up some. The sides are already looking a little crusted, which is why I'm gonna, and it smells very veggie. It doesn't smell cheesy at all. I'm just being honest. Just mixing it up. Are you zoomed in still, babe?
I zoned out.
I want the people to see it, not just hear it. I don't know if I want to put more of this, what is this stuff called? The cheddar shreds? I don't know, but I'm gonna consult with husband because he's the one that will be eating this. Do you want me to add more of the cheddar shreds on there, or okay? He wants it, y'all, so we'll add it. And maybe because I'm gonna I'm not gonna cover it up this time. Maybe it'll melt better. Maybe if I also had some breadcrumbs, that'll kind of help it give me that crust that I want. I don't think I'm gonna get that crust because this is not real cheese. So I'm probably gonna have to just take what I can get. And yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna stick to keeping the oven at 350. I don't know why, I just feel like I should, and I'm just gonna stick to my gut on this. I appreciate my mama telling me to do 15 minutes of 350 and then 15 minutes of 325, but I feel like, are you zoomed out? All right, it's going in. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it at 350. I don't know why. I'm gonna set my timer. 15 minutes. And then I'll come back with the finished result. And maybe Dada, Husbadaddy will do a taste test for me. I don't know. He might not be in the mood to do it. Or maybe Genesis can do a taste test, but she can't tell me what's missing. All right, so we'll see y'all in about 15 minutes. All right, so my second timer is off, actually a third, because I did some extra stuff in the meantime. I'm just gonna pull it out first and then I'll explain what I did. Okay. All right, this is what it's looking like freshly out. that a good view? Okay. So, what had happened was, I wasn't happy with, I just felt like this was gonna give it a flavor that I don't like. I guess because these shreds, I don't really like these. Yeah, it's something about the smell that I just felt like it wasn't gonna taste good. So, I added 2 slices of this, I don't know, of this Follow Your Heart smoked Gouda cheese. Smoked Gouda style cheese slices. And it's dairy free. This is one of my favorite brands. I don't know if they have a Follow Your Heart store out here, but we used to go to the Follow Your Heart store a lot when we lived in the Valley in California. But I was surprised to see that they do have some Follow Your Heart items out here in Georgia. So I took 2 slices of those and I broke them into pieces, and I just hold on, see how I can do this. So I just took a piece, like a little square here, 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 and I just kept going with those 2 slices of just breaking them up into squares. And I that was at like 5 minutes into my, no, I stopped it at 9 minutes into my second 15-minute, and then I started up again. My baby is talking, so it's fine. I started up and then I restarted the timer for another 10 minutes, and then I took the foil off. So this is the complete product. I have not stirred it up again. It didn't give me a crust, and I'm just assuming it didn't give me a crust that I was looking for because we didn't use like a breadcrumb or anything like that, and it's not real cheese, but I feel like it's gonna give me what I want, and my husband, because he's a Southern man from Mississippi, and although he's along this journey with me, plant-based, I'm scared to say vegan all the way because we're not necessarily vegan, but we're plant-based, because there are some moments where we might fall off and get some fish or something like that every now and then, so I don't want to stick to that. But anyway, let me get a spoon, because Husbadaddy is not, he's not camera ready, and that's fine. He's behind the camera and he can verbally tell us what this tastes like. Okay. Oh, look at that. Is it smoking on there? Okay. Let's see. And y'all, I'm that wife that likes to, if it's good, I really feel like I've done something great. I wasn't saying that for you to lie to me though. If it's nasty, it's like that. Y'all, he made one of them faces like, damn. I really wish he was camera ready, because would you lie to me?
I wouldn't lie to you.
You promise?
I promise. It's good.
It's good.
Yes.
Okay.
That face when acting.
I can't taste it because I have on retainers and I don't want to stain them. But I did just unsanitarily put the spoon back in there. It's just us eating it. I kiss him all the time. It's fine. But we're gonna eat some, I have some greens that I cooked for, I didn't cook them for Thanksgiving. I just cooked them. Some kale and collard greens and some vegetables. I cooked those together. So we're gonna have that with this macaroni and cheese. And that's gonna be the meal for tonight. We're real simple around here. Thank you for watching. If you followed all the way to the end, I'm just happy. I'm excited that I made vegan mac and cheese. All right, and we're just gonna do one last view of this mac and cheese. That's how you know I'm about to eat up this stuff, because I'm singing. Ooh, yeah. If y'all want to give me some voice lessons, I'm open to it. You can end it. All right, y'all. I forgot to say thank you for watching. At least I don't remember if I did, but just in case I didn't, thank you for watching. Thank you for just holding out with me and listening to all of my background noise with my husband and the baby. But again, thank you for watching. I am Carlette. Please share, like, and subscribe, especially if you love this here recipe and you want to try it for yourself. Say it again.
Share, like, subscribe.
My baby said for y'all to share, like, and subscribe, so you should do it. She runs things.